Today we're going to be doing a 2015 MacBook Pro headless. I've never done this before. I've owned this MacBook for many years now, and as you can see, the screen is broken. I could have sold it for parts, but I did not want to. I always kept it around because it's a pretty good computer to have, and it was a backup. As you can see, I've been using it with my television as my monitor, a 45-inch. But I got really tired of just having the screen in front of me and blacked out. I think it was just taking away the view. It was just distracting. So I always heard about the headless MacBook. So this time I'm going to do it. And here is the tutorial how to do the whole breakdown. And I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Here I do have a Hodo kit that I'm going to be using, which is pretty cool. It charges with the Type-C, and it's pretty good. It's nice and torquey. I am not sponsored in any way, but this is what I had to work on the MacBook Pro. Also, I did get a black marker to do some markings later on. You'll see in the video why. So now we're just gonna break down, open up the back of the MacBook Pro. Pretty straightforward. Everything looks okay. Everything looks pretty clean. Not too bad. I did change out the battery a couple of years back. Make sure that you do remove the battery, disconnect it, because you want to be safe and you don't want to get shocked. Also, I did remove the rubber boots on each side where they cover the 3 screws that hold on to the screen. And as you see there, I removed both sides. From there, here's the marker. I mark the Bluetooth and wireless cables so I know which one goes in order. And right here, I'm using a guitar pick that I had to remove the cables. You can use pretty much anything. You just gotta be careful. You don't want to pry it too hard. So now we removed the wires. I removed the camera wire as well. That's no longer going to be used at all, and you'll see that later on. Now it's time to remove the 3 screws that hold on to the body. And here also doing the other side. Make sure you do both. Each side has 3 screws. Just remove those, put them aside. You're never going to use those. Oh, you'll use 3 out of the 6. You'll see a little bit later. Don't forget to move these little bracket holders on the sides. There's 2 of them on each side. As you can see, they're very small, very tiny. That actually holds everything together for the screen to disattach. Also, don't forget to remove the cable for the screen. Now we're going to open up the MacBook Pro, and here where the hinges are at, you're just going to push kind of back and then forward, and it just comes out really quickly. There you go, voila. As you notice, the Wi-Fi Bluetooth is mounted to the screen. This is where a lot of tutorials don't show you or explain how to remove this, because it is pretty much glued in. There's no screws to remove that cover. So I'm here using a small flathead screwdriver. Be very gentle here. You don't want to break the plastic cover. The screen you don't really have to care anymore because the screen is broken. It's never going to be used. But you want to be very careful to remove the cover, because we are going to use that, and you don't want to just break it, because you'll see later on how I'm going to be using that cover. Make sure everything's correct. Make sure nothing's broken. Put that aside. And then the assembly has several screws that we need to remove. And just make sure there's 2 in each side, the a little bit larger screws. And then after those 2 screws come out, there's several screws in the middle where I point my finger at that you need to remove. so the whole assembly can come apart. I hope you guys enjoying the music. I think it's fun. It's relaxing. So here also there is some kind of tape here that binds it together. Just remove the tape gently. Don't force it out. Just remove the tape, and there you go, the assembly. Now here we are going to cut a cable. Be very careful which one you cut. Make sure you cut the biggest one, the thickest one there. That's for the camera, for the screen, which we're no longer going to use. The reason you need to do that is because there, see, as you can see that there's a bracket here, as you can see right on the side of the cables. You cannot remove that unless you want to cut everything else and resolder everything, which you don't want to do. That bracket is actually going to be used later on, and you'll see how the whole assembly is going to come together with that bracket. So be very careful here. Now here's the cover that we removed from the screen. The one I was telling you, be very careful, you don't want to break, because we are going to use it as a cover to make it look nice and neat here. Because if you don't have that, you're going to use black tape later on, which I kind of don't want to do. Here's that bracket we were talking about earlier. So now you can use just one screw, but I say, you know what, might as well just use all three to make sure it holds very well. Now we are going to reconnect the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. Now you remember the markings that I did with my marker. Now I know which one the order of the cable assembly goes, which makes it easier for me or for anybody that's going to be doing this. Now we're inspecting everything here. If I had black tape, I probably would have put back black tape to cover it, to give it better to secure the cover. Now it's time to put the battery back, making sure everything's clean. Close the back cover, inspect everything, see how clean it is now. I didn't use no black tape whatsoever. Now we are connecting the HDMI cable to the television without the screen. There you go, it's working, which is beautiful, which is awesome. Now we're going to be testing the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi. As you can see, I'm using the Bluetooth mouse, and it's working. There you go. And the other thing too, guys, they don't talk about in other videos. I'm not going to throw this away, because you still use it to cover the computer. Just make sure that there's no dust going into the keyboard. Also, what it does too, you can just put that cover back on, and it will put the computer back to sleep. Very interesting. Put the cover, put it to sleep, lift it up, and it wakes up. There you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have fun doing this. And now you can see my setup later in the afternoon, working on this video particularly. And as you can see, all the real estate I gained back by removing the screen. This is a dream setup, especially for video editing and photography and Lightroom. Absolutely amazing. You get a keyboard, trackpad, and a computer all in one, and it looks super clean. Everything works. Wi-Fi works great. Bluetooth works absolutely awesome. If you guys do this, please be mindful. Take your time. I am not responsible for any damages, but enjoy.